Alcohol's been a big problem in New South Wales for a long time. It's the abuse, it's not the use of alcohol that causes us so much grief. As a police force, we've been dealing with the issues that come from the abuse of alcohol. More recently, we've been sending strong messages out, but those messages just don't seem to be getting through. Of recent times, we've started to use more prominent people in sending the message, and today we've got Jimmy Barnes with us. This is a great initiative. It's what's really good about this is that, and I'm grateful that you're prepared to come up and actually start to talk to people that I can't talk to, that won't listen to me. So Jim, thank you for that. Thank you for making your time available. More importantly, thank you for taking the message, because there's a lot at stake here.
Yes, people, look at me and think, Jimmy, you're a wild rock and roller, but I mean, I've been lucky enough to be, I've surrounded myself with good people all my life, and I've made it through this, not because of my great judgment calls that I've made myself, but because I've had good people around me. I've had people who've sat there and said, no, I don't think you should get in this car. I don't think you should travel with this person. Not because, I'm a bad driver, or because, it's this group mentality. People think they're invincible, particularly youth. When you're in your 20s, you think you can, bounce off walls, and that's when you're most vulnerable. You put yourselves in situations where, it's out of your own control. It's out of your own hands, and it becomes something that you're at the mercy of whether it be a group situation in a hotel, standing waiting for a cab. This is a problem that's gone beyond the family circle, and it's opened up, where any child can be affected by it. Your child might be the child who doesn't drink, but by standing in that cab rank at the wrong time of night, they become a victim of the problem.
Yeah, that's right.
By all means, go out and have a great time. By all means, go out, and you can have a party. You can have a great time in the city. You can go anywhere you want. But if you go out with, set yourselves up some ground rules before you go out. If you set up, like, all right, we're going out tonight. I'm going to be the responsible one. I'm going to be the guy who drives. I'm going to be the, I'm going to look after my friend. I'm going to just, know what my friends, do. Be aware of what your friends do. Don't let your friends just walk out, and head off with strangers. Don't let your friends, leave their drinks lying around, to become a victim of spiking. So, it's such a problem nowadays. That's very scary as a father. You have to look out for each other. And when you're looking out for each other, if you start with that mentality and you go out, you find yourself looking at other young groups or young people and go, oh, this kid's in trouble. Can I help this kid? So, you can start by looking after your own group, and that will actually, progress to looking after other people outside your own group. I grew up, always thinking anybody in a blue uniform was the opposition. They were the ones that you avoided. It's nowadays, the police are so aware of the pressures and the problems that are put on youth and are put on young people as a whole, that they're there more as friends than they are as regulators. So I think if you see something, don't be afraid to talk to someone. Don't be afraid to say, look, I think this is wrong. I think this person's in trouble. I think it's important that we all speak up. And that's young, old, indifferent. It happens to everybody. People actually do go and pick up their kids, but pick up your kids' friends. I will get up. I'll get up at 4 in the morning. I told my kids anytime. I don't mind getting out of bed if it means you're going to be safe. I'll get out and drive their friends home. I'll get out and and walk that extra mile just to sort of make sure they're safe. And that's what everybody has to do that for themselves. They have to walk that extra yard, for their friends as well. And and I think the police have have such a tough job in front of them, and I think that they need people to go out and reach out to them and say, I think we need help. Can you help us? And you'll be surprised how much they're willing to help.
We've all got a responsibility to look after each other.
It's not about fear. It's about responsibility.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Okay.